Yo, what's up? It's your boy Walter Emmanuel Jones, also known as Zach, the original Black Ranger. Hey!
Hi, it's Amy Jo Johnson, Kimberly Pink Power Ranger.
Hey, this is David Jost, the original Mighty Morphin Blue Power Ranger.
And you're watching the fan club.
And you're watching the fan club. Do you know what time it is?
It's time for the fan club. Let's go! Hey!
I can't do this on my own, cause you know things ain't always sweet when you out here in these streets. But my morpher, when it morphed, I made a fake.
The dominoes just keep falling in the Power Ranger universe, and it has been freaking crazy. Now, Simon Bennett announced a few days ago that he is leaving Power Rangers. That sent a shockwave through Ranger Nation, and then more dominoes started to fall. We have more producers and writers coming out, including Becca Barnes, saying that she is also moving on from Power Rangers. Now, Power Rangers is leaving New Zealand. We talked about Joe from the Illuminati broke some news. It was pretty crazy, actually, guys. I can't believe it, and it's something that we should have saw coming, but at the same time, we were in love with what they were doing in New Zealand, because for years, what they were doing in New Zealand was okay, like it was good. It was cheaper to do it out there, and they were balling on a budget. And because of the way Saban wanted to use the show and utilize the characters and the fart jokes and everything, it wasn't really a hit, man. And when Simon Bennett and Hasbro took this thing over, they started to change the course of the ship, and they stabilized this brand when it comes to the toys, when it comes to giving us an actual show. Now, my question today is, now that I believe Power Rangers is in a way better place than it was 5 years ago, where do we go now? This is a very interesting time to be a Power Ranger fan, because is this era of Power Rangers as we know it coming to a close? This is the first time in a long time we don't have a clue what next year will look like. Now, it's scary, it's exciting, it is a bunch of things all in one. Power Rangers might be moving into a new direction, and it is going to be a whole new era. We are leaving New Zealand. We don't know where we are going, but I believe Power Rangers as we know it is fully going to change. We made a video about this like a year or two ago. I almost want to find that video and clip that up and put it in another video and to say, hey, listen, we've been saying this for a while, and it is about change. It is not about doing the same things that we were doing in the 90s. We need a flip up. And if we actually do it right, we could have a bunch of Power Ranger things happening. I think Hasbro wants to take Power Rangers to the next level. And to do that, we have to try to do different things. And I believe that the way that they've been doing it for years is cheap and cost effective, but it's never going to move the needle anymore. Everybody's seen the way that they do it, and the fans love it, okay? The fans love Dino Fury, they love Beast Morphers, and I'm not against us adapting a Sentai season. Totally not. However, if they want to put all of their firepower and their money where their mouth is, let's get a big budget Power Ranger project made by some people that can make a major motion picture TV series like Jonathan Entwistle, Jenny Klein. They have worked on some big projects before, and I believe that this could be amazing what they're working on. Obviously, reboot projects can be good, they can be bad, but I believe someone that has taken the time to sit down and study the brand and study everything about Power Rangers like Jonathan Entwistle has, it's gonna be fun, man. I think they're gonna do their own original thing, but if this is a hit, we can also make some money and possibly bring up other stuff. Like, good example, right? So there's an artist coming to my town by the name of Jelly Roll. Maybe you know who he is. Some people love him. He raps, he sings country, does a little bit of everything. And some people don't really like him. And I tell people, say, hey, this guy is going to sell out and make a bunch of money for the venue that's putting this on. Hopefully they take that money and not only, you know, put some back into the community, but they use that to bring somebody maybe you like. And that's where I'm going here, is maybe if the reboot isn't necessarily for you, or you're like, hey, I want it to be like old times, I want to see the Sentai, whatever, right? If they make a bunch of money off the reboot, and this is a top streaming show on Netflix, there is a good chance that you could get way more Power Rangers content. I mean, we've seen it with Transformers. We've seen it even with My Little Pony. They've had the couple little movies that have come out, but now they have multiple TV shows revolving around these movies. It's interesting. Transformers, the same way. How many freaking shows and series do they have? They have like a Nickelodeon show. Pretty sure they have like a couple Netflix exclusive shows. Then they have the movies. They have a bunch of things going on right now. And that's what I believe Power Rangers could and should be. But it sounds like they're going to focus everything into this and possibly have a side kid project, meaning we could adapt a Sentai, or maybe we could do an animated Power Rangers project. I would love to see like a Power Rangers show, kind of like Voltron or like your Justice League type shows. However, I would love to see a Power Rangers animated show that's kind of like the Spidey and His Amazing Friends show on Disney Channel that is for little kids. And you could bring up so many different Rangers. So like if parents are watching, be like, oh yeah, they got the light speed, they got the time force, they got the in space. They're teaching these Rangers to the kids kind of, but then it's an actual preschool format that the kids are into right now. Of the superhero shows that preschoolers are watching, what are they watching? Your PJ Masks, your Paw Patrols, your Spidey and His Amazing Friends, and what do they all have in common? It is the CGI animation. If Power Rangers had a little preschool show like that, I'm telling you that could be a hit. And also, a lot of the preschool Power Rangers stuff is very hit or miss when they release it. Some of the stuff is still on the shelves for the preschool Power Rangers stuff at like my Walmart's. The only stuff we have, and it doesn't really sell. Imagine if they had a show. All of the top selling stuff, it seems like, in my Walmart and Target are all from movies and shows, like the Paw Patrol section or the Disney Princess section for little kids. Like, there's an IP attached to it, and the Power Rangers section sells more when it's like Dino Fury or when it's an actual show that's been out. But for like the preschool section, they don't really know Power Rangers like that. So imagine if we gave them their own show. I've always been about that, because then you can show the new generation what's up. Hopefully you make a bag off that, and you can use that for other Power Ranger funded projects like Teen Titans Go. A lot of the DC fans that are older hate Teen Titans Go. I appreciated it because it came out when my son was younger, and he's 14 now. It was actually his birthday yesterday. However, we watched that all the time and he loved it. And at first I was a hater, but then I sat down and saw that they just kind of make fun of the DC IPs all the time and like the brand, and they don't take anything seriously. It's actually pretty funny. And because that was a hit show and hit movie, they used that money to give us a real life Titans TV show, which was badass. There are ways that you can flip it. There was an opportunity to give the fans a Teen Titans live action show once they knew that Teen Titans Go was actually moving and making them a profit. And then we saw that there was adult fans that didn't really rock with that wanted their own, and they gave it to them. It is a great opportunity to kind of Do something different for Power Rangers for once. Instead of always doing the same thing, Haim Saban bought the brand back from Disney with the intentions of bringing it back to the 90s format, and we see how far that got him. He stayed around for what, like 7, 8, 9 years with the brand, and then he ended up selling it because the movie really didn't exceed expectations, and it wasn't a full bust, but a bust in the sense of they didn't make as much money as they needed to keep a sequel going or the whole movie thing going. And Power Rangers Ninja Steel was one of the worst viewed Power Ranger shows on TV of all time. There were a lot of signs that were telling Haim Saban to sell. They sold it to Hasbro. And for the last, 4 or 5 years, they have kept the same format. So they just didn't go changing everything right away. But through these shows, we can tell that they're trying to do different things and go away from the old Saban format and the way that he wanted the shows to be, with all of the weird jokes and the lessons of the day and every episode being a filler episode. You can't watch Dino Fury episodes out of order. It will screw everything up, and that's what's awesome about it. For years, I felt like you could watch Power Rangers episodes out of order besides like maybe beginning, middle, and end. Now, there's a storyline. What exactly is going to happen? Do you think that this is the end of an era? I think it actually is. Now, what are your guys' thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Speaking of the comments, let's see what the fans are saying. Dave said that he lives in Montreal, and when he first heard that his city was being talked about to be filmed in for Power Rangers, he was skeptical considering how old a lot of the city is. But then he joined the dots and realized a lot of the old parts of the city can be a stand-in for King Oger sets. In fact, the more I think about it, the more I realize how parts of Montreal and Quebec City, which is about a 2-hour drive apart, could be used as all of the nations. That's very interesting. Could it be in Montreal? Could it be in Vancouver? Could it make its way back to America? Could it be in Virginia? Could we be filming it in Atlanta? There are a lot of questions. Now, David said Disney moved Power Rangers to New Zealand after Wild Force 2002. So they've been down there for 20 years. Yes, 20 years of filming Power Rangers. It has been a really long time, man. Movie addict Steve said it would be cool if production did come back to the States. They have been filming in New Zealand for over 20 years, and it started with Ninja Storm, which came out in 2003. They could move back to LA or Georgia or maybe my home state of Maryland. It would be nice to have them back for a change. I agree. It would be freaking crazy. A few fans are asking if it could come to the UK. A few fans asked if it could come to Japan. I think it would make the most sense to bring it back over in this part, over by, the US or Canada, something like that. But hey, anything can happen. They were just filming this in New Zealand, but New Zealand, it worked out because I'm pretty sure it was cheaper to film over there. Now that they're bringing it back over here, or there's talk about it, wherever they're bringing it back shows that they're not about saving money no more. Maybe we're going to go all in and spend some money on a big project. That would be freaking awesome. Anthony said, I don't know why Power Rangers was just ended from New Zealand, and that makes me so sad that I'm not going to watch Power Rangers anytime soon. It makes me upset. But hey, man, there's still Power Rangers coming. We got Cosmic Fury. They're working on stuff behind the scenes. Power Rangers isn't over. They're just changing some things. And hey, could we get like a hiatus here in 2024? What will happen next year? I don't know if they're just going to give us nothing. I think that they're going to give us at least something. They even did this year. This year they gave us 2 separate projects. It's interesting. I don't think they're going to give us nothing. The Power Ranger fans will definitely support whatever they put out. Dave said it looks like Power Rangers could be on a hiatus in 2024. After Disney canceled Power Rangers, there was no Power Rangers in 2010. Now, you are correct. They came out with that reversion MMPR show, but this is not technically a cancellation. They're just moving on, meaning that there was a plan. And they've known about this behind the scenes for a while. This isn't just like a big crazy move. I believe there was a plan, and that Simon Bennett even said, like, he knew he was going to be there for like 4 years or whatever it was. And he didn't get pushed out, he said. He just finished his contract. And everybody sounds like they finished their contract, and then Hasbro has plans to move, which makes a lot of sense because they've been out there for 20 years. Maybe they're going to switch it up. And hey, if things go sour, they can always work out a deal and go back to New Zealand. They can always work on the Sentai. We can always go back to what we were doing because it worked. I understand that it worked, but we weren't really moving the needle anymore. And if you want Power Rangers to be a top brand again, we have to start thinking outside the box and moving in a different type of way. Now, what are your guys' thoughts? Let me know in the comments. I want to thank everybody for watching this content. You are the reason why we can continue to make videos like this. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and we'll see you next time. Peace. I want to give a very special shout out to the Gold Ranger members: Anime King Nick, Chaos Draco, The Arctic Operator, Thomas Franco, Tim Rage, Dig Wyron, Roderick Hare, Miguel Ortiz, The Voiceless One, Let's Talk Sports, Dead Echo X-Ray, Papillon Oger, Roderick Ham, Jason Morazes, Austin White, Willie Maloney, Lewis Cairns, and Bruce Walters. Thank you guys so much for the support. If you guys want a video shout out like this one, sign up to be a Gold Ranger member today. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this content, you know what to do. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. You can also become a member. Please join the fan club support team right now. We have a Blue Ranger power-up and a Gold Ranger power-up. This is an awesome way to talk with the fans. Join a fan club official chat group. You can also be featured in our videos. At the end of the videos, I will shout you out. That's if you get the Gold Ranger power-up membership. Go check it out. Go support the fan club. We love you guys, and thanks for watching. Peace.
Hi, we're Bulk and Skull. We have been requested by the fan club to say something funny.